Okay, so this is Derail Valley Simulator. I've been playing it for a little while now, just to get used to it, but we'll be starting new. Uh, Despite my market research, something tells me that you may be interested in this one. So, the career, we're going to create a new career session. We'll call this one YouTube, because that's where this will be put. Obviously, if that's how you're here. So we won't start with a tutorial, we're just going to jump right in. Comfort, no. Standard. Keyboard driving within reach, external view. Okay, so I like the external view, and here's why. Hear me out. If you're in a yard, making moves, you're almost always going to have like a second person, or a radio, or somebody giving you a signal or something like that. I would argue that the external view is like having a second set of eyes. And the keyboard driving within reach means that my character has to be, on the train. So that's all. It's not like I can just do it from anywhere. Hopefully we have some fun with this one. It's raining. That seems loud to me. I don't know how loud that is to everyone else. Sounds volume, music volume, and signal loss for the boombox. I haven't even used the boombox yet. I haven't even found the boombox yet. So what if we do maybe like a Hal's 60 sound? Okay, so we're at Steel Mill. All right, yeah. When you're ready, you get your first delivery here. Right, I know, which is kind of cool. Insert it over here. I said no tutorial, didn't I? Cancel orders, use the couches and the beds. Right, there's a couch in here. Got it, okay. That's it, now you're on your own. Accept an order. Follow the printed instructions for any extra information. Consult the manual. Good luck out there. Thanks. Okay, great. This looks like it's, oh, it looked like snow. It's even louder out here. Let's go to 30, I guess. What, half of that? That makes sense, doesn't it? What's outside sound like? Like this? I feel like that's appropriate. Okay, so we're inside. That's not too bad. So we've got a map. Here's a map. That's us. We're at the steel mill. This is the non-VR version, by the way. There is, I can play VR, but it seems so choppy. Every time I watch VR, like, it's not smooth, and it always gives me a headache and whatnot, so we'll be doing that differently. This is the chart of which materials go where. So if you were a chicken, you would be generated at the farm, and then output to the food factory. It does take a little while to get used to what all of these mean. So you have the Forest Central, Forest South sawmill, and then the goods factory. So we could actually pick up wood at one of the forests, take it to the sawmill, and what is this? Where did I get this from? I think this is on the other side of the wall. Maybe. I don't know. You can pick up anything in this game. Well, not anything, but you can pick up a lot of things in this game. It reminds me a lot of, like, My Summer Car. I haven't played any... Well, I've played a lot of My Summer Car, but I haven't posted any My Summer Car. I thought you could open these, too. I guess not. Maybe not. So, anyhow... what the hell was I saying before I broke the wall and physics and everything? Yeah, so you pick up wood, take it to the sawmill. The sawmill goes out to the goods factory. From the goods factory, we can make something else, and then take that to the manufacturing factory? Machine factory is MF. See? You're going to deal with this a lot, sorry. Actually, not sorry. It's just part of the game. The machine factory, and then, you output... whatever else, like cars, and you pick up the cars, and the arrow goes down over here to the harbor, and then at the harbor there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. So like you can follow that whole chain and just run your train around and just do that. So the hell was I doing? Okay, anyway, so you have your orders here. And a lot of these are pretty cool. I actually like how an order is generated whenever you do whatever that action is. So we'll pick this one up. It's called shunting. If you're not familiar, that's a train term. I'm going to be using a ton of train terms also. Sorry, by the way. Also not sorry, it's part of the game. That's why you're here. So shunting is where this one is 2 drop-offs. So there's a train out there, 3 cars together that have iron ore in them from the iron ore mine. We're not at the iron ore mine. This is a drop-off to the steel mill. So we'll be dropping off the materials and then moving these trains to 2 different tracks. You can't see exactly what they are, but this SMSU65, those 3 cars will be marked, so you could actually go and hook up to it for that order. There's another shunting order. This is 1 pickup, so load and prepare a train with steel rails. So instead of, we'll just be grabbing a train, putting steel rails on it, and then parking it in one of the output tracks. Freight hauls are probably what you're thinking of when you think of train games. This is steel rolls that are already prepared from one of the previous shunting moves, and then we'd be taking it to the goods factory and town. So go and pick those up and then take them to wherever. So goods factory is GF, is this one. This is 315 tons. I don't think I'll be doing that one. The money is good, the delivery is short, but just don't think that's going to happen. So here's another freight haul. This one's 513 tons to the harbor. The other 3 are all to the harbor. The harbor is the one down here. So we'd actually have to leave out south, go around all the way down here, and then enter the harbor and drop them off. Once you take an order, it tells you more specifically. Oh, I forgot about this one. 1 drop off. This one's not bad either. 9 grand? Oh, it's hazmat though. Cryo oxygen. Yeah, liquid oxygen. So, yeah, they have different licenses too. So it's hazmat 2, the driver class of shunting, and long 1 because it's long. So this one also requires long 1, so that's not really gonna work unless I have that license. And this one is just shunting. Hooray. Okay, so that kind of explains that. Shunting jobs are just going to be ones in this yard. Logistical hauls is just hauling empty cars to another place. So these have been emptied and they're needed somewhere else. So it's just logistical moves. It's like a repo flight for an aircraft. It's just repositioning that piece of equipment to wherever it's needed in the world. And I think that license is actually really expensive. So you can go on here. Actually, I completely forgot you can just scroll with the mouse wheel. So we'll do this one. Yeah, the shunting license is only 1,000, but logistical haul is 20,000. I don't know. I guess because they're so light and they pay well. What do they pay? 5 Gs, 7. Yeah, oh, like the shunting it pays way more. Oh, but you do need 2 longs. Well, that one's like in the middle. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, food factory in town pays 5 cents per mile, and this one pays 19 cents per meter. Mile. No, obviously not mile. Meter. I feel like that's the way to go. That one right there is not bad. Anyway, moving on. As I said, so we have train driver, we have freight haul, so we can do freight jobs. We have the DE2, which is a diesel electric. There's also a diesel electric 6-axle, a diesel mechanical 3-axle, diesel hydraulic 4, a steam 060 setup, and a steam 282. Concurrent orders 1, concurrent orders 2, train length 1, train length 2, hazmat, and military. Different certifications. Concurrent orders, you can print them and it'll give you the details of them. Allows you to do 2 orders at the same time. So right now I can only do the 1, even if we have a train that's capable of moving more around in the yard. I couldn't take this one and that one, then tie them both together and then take them over, load them and unload them. That was not possible without this license. So we have access to the 2-axle diesel electric and freight haul only at this time. So where this one, yeah, this one's like 315 ton. I feel like that's probably going to be our guy there. So let's not just waste a bunch of time here. You put the order. This is the one you want to take here in your hand. You put it in there, and it turns it into your little booklet that you get for that order as the driver. So that looks extremely familiar. So here it is. We have to couple the steel rolls, those are the car numbers there, on track B1. I know it looks like B10. Trust me, it's not. It's B1 as an output track. So with that being an output track, then we'll be taking it, hauling it to the goods and then putting it on the D6 input track, the inbound track, outbound track, however you would like to say it, and then put the booklet into the nearest order validator. There'll be another one of these at the goods factory. So we're looking for B1. There's a handy little tool, the station map. We can also scroll through this one. There's all of your different icons and whatnots and things. So we are at the steel mill right now. So if we scroll back to, not the cover, this one, the station office, full. It is a full. It has a bed. It has all the accoutrement as a full station office would have. So that's where we currently are. And we want to go to B. So B is going to be to the, looks like southwest of us. So we have a handy compass. If we were to line up with northwards, southwest will be 2 hour over there. So we want B. I see some steel rolls right there, right offhand. There's 5 of them. So we can go back to the order. There's 5 on the order, so there's a pretty good chance. Also, I think realistic only allows you to teleport like 2 feet in front. You can teleport. I hope that's not too jarring. Sometimes it's even a little jarring for me. So we have SMFH 49. So that is a SM FH 49. Is this one? Hooray! It also gives you the car number, CFF 335, which is this one. Fantastic. So this is the one. So we want to take this. There's another tool that we need, which is the world map. We want to leave out to the north to go to the goods factory. So right now we're facing south, so we want to face north. So we want to go in that direction over there to the goods factory. Grand. So let's pop on over to where the trains are kept. I went too far. Let's go back. Let's hop this fence. And we have trains. Okay, great. Oh, the trains are over there. These are locomotives. So this requires a DM3. That is the diesel-powered, mechanically connected 3-axle locomotive. This one, press F to enter. It is a DE2. It is a diesel-electric with 2 axles. So let's go ahead and move this. What I think is really cool, and it kind of reminds me of like, you know, my summer car. I swear they're built on like the same thing. Like you can just grab this bar. I'm not doing anything. I'm just walking into it, and you can spin this around. So super cool. I like that. You can also go into this house here, and pressing Alt works probably the best. And you can just move this around. There's a little, like, locking noise that it makes whenever the rails are lined up, which is cool. I really like how they did things. This is a excellently designed game. So, we want to, if we go back to the station map, so now we're at the turntable, which is down here. So we want to come out, go this way, face northeast, back up, go to B1, which is this one here on the bottom, grab those cars, and head out northeast. So we're going to take this train car, and so everything is off. Can't actually do anything right now. Even the horn doesn't work. So you have these electrical panels over here. Electrics, on. Starter, on. That buzzer is because the traction motor is offline. So let's go ahead and knock that off. Dash lights and cab lights. So now we have all of our lights on. Now things are doing things. And so we can hit the starter. Fire this thing up. I'm kind of running through things, so for all of you that are familiar with trains, great. If you want me to slow down a bit, leave it in the comments. This is a hand brake, so we'll mouse wheel scroll that off. This is a reverser, so we'll put that in forward. That's forward is forward, reverse is reverse. It's just called a reverser. It's not called a forwarder. It's just the way that it is. So we've got, this is your throttle lever. Pull back to increase throttle, and an independent brake and a train brake. So we'll go ahead and make sure that those are off. Handbrake is off. We should be able to click this forward. And we're off. Get rolling. And we don't want to overshoot it, because it won't just stop. In Derail Valley, as the name may suggest, the train just derails. Now, what was that? Oh, probably wheel slip. Yeah, it's raining outside, isn't it? Or maybe it was. The rails are probably still wet. Either way, I'm not often going to do this, but just for the principle, for the first time, we'll go ahead and actually move back to the house and turn this. No, not in that direction. I mean, I guess at that point it didn't. I could have just kept going, but we want this to face forward. We don't want this to face reverse. Now we're locked in. Okay. There's an easier way to do that. You know, like this. You don't really have to jump in every time. So, release the brakes, and we have switches in front of us. The switches are trailable. They will throw to the other side. So if we look at the station map, all of these are a trailing move all the way out to mainline. We don't even have to think about it. We can just take off forward. I'm watching this ammeter here. When it gets into the yellow, it starts causing damages. So you just notch in your throttle. Watching my speed here. I don't want to go too fast, so we'll just go ahead and turn that off. Oh, got a little bit of side scraping there on the flanges. You can also turn the wipers on to clear all that rain off. So you may have heard that, like, ka-chunk noise. Alright, so this is mainline. The ka-chunk noise is the switches throwing to the other side. That is wheel slip. You do have to manage that a little bit better than I did. Yep, so... Okay, so now we have the switches set from the place that we just came from. Conveniently, we have a comms radio, which you aim at the switch, and you tell the switch to go the other way. So now, it's going straight through move to the yard. And this is not set up properly because this switch here would be putting us straight through to mainline. So we want to throw that in this direction, this direction, this direction. They should all be diverging moves. And there we go. So now we want to go the opposite way. Turn the reverser to reverse. Give it a couple notches of throttle. Oh, we got wheel slip, so back off. We do have a sander, but I don't really see that as a huge benefit right now. Just back the throttle off. It's not like it's a huge problem. And go ahead and come in here. Probably a little hotter than we need to. Collisions with vehicles under 5 kilometers an hour does not hurt the vehicles. Over 5 kilometers, it is. These are actually straight through moves. My apologies. I said that was a diverging move, and it's not. So we're lined up to go to B1. Coming in here a little hot. I think 30 kilometers an hour is going to be a lot. Just do some energy management here, get us down to 5. And back off. Kind of backed off in time, not really. We'll just give us a little click of throttle. It's right at 5. Should be okay. By the time we get there, we'll back off a little bit. Yeah, we're already at 4.5. And we'll just bonk into that, so... Perfect. I mean, perfect within reason, right? So, at the coupler, you know, as it is train, we'll take this coupler there, put it on that, tighten it down. Perfect, so now they're coupled. You grab the air hose here, it's got like a little glad hand set up there. So we connect this to the other one, now they're connected. And the last thing is your air cocks. Don't forget those, they have a little arrow on them, they'll have an X or an arrow. So now air is going through, air compressor kicks on, and one of these 5 should have the handbrake set. It was this one. Okay, so we'll jump back up in the cab. We've got all of that there set. So now we can head back in, close the door, and we are ready to go. We are ready to take off. So we're going to, as a reminder, goods factory and town, and we want D6. It's an input track. So we'll be leaving out north. There is a switch here. There's a little like secret there's a little secret shop sprinkled around. So we'll want to go left almost immediately leaving the yard. We'll go left, then we'll go up here, we'll go to the right, and then we'll come in, and I think goods factory loops around on itself. So another thing that we can do is turn the wipers off, because now, no, not off, not up. Once it gets drier, they start to squeak, just like your wipers do in your car. Okay, so station map, and we're going to goods factory. So we'll click on this and avoid all the scrolling. Yeah, so we come in from southwest, and it loops on itself, and I think we wanted, it was D, wasn't it? Yeah, D6. So we'll come in, we can either go down this way and then reverse in, or go all the way through and nose in. I don't really think it makes a difference for this one. And we want D... no. So I'm looking at the little numbers there. This is D. D6. This is your bumping post. So we'll be coming in from here. It's not always oriented northwards, so keep that in mind. We'll come in, we'll want a straight through move, a diverging move, a straight through move, and a diverging move. So right, 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 and then a left. That's another way you can remember it. It's probably arguably easier. Alright, so let's go. Now we'll be using the train brakes. Make sure the handbrake is off. Everything is good. We're in forward, not reverse. That would be tragic. Well, I mean, it wouldn't really matter. So now what we have the option of doing is if you press the X key, you can sit, just kind of like sits down, and then Alt will bring up your mouse. So now I'm going to be looking forward, and you can just use the mouse. So we want to keep this under this danger zone here, because that will increase our traction motor temperature. This might be a little heavy for one of these guys. You have the ability for multiple units. I don't have that license yet. We'll be working our way there. Speaking of working our way there, I may have made a mistake with all this weight. Very glad it's a short haul. So with that traction motor temp being so high already, I want to avoid notching more throttle in until we get rolling even more. There's only passive cooling, so you know, there's only so much that can be done. If it overtemps, we'll have to back off and lose all the energy that we're trying to put in. Switches are clickable if you have your mouse out, so we'll be doing that. This one's already set up to go straight through. So this is the one that we'll want left, and it is already set up left. You read that from the bottom to the top, as if you were to look at the switch layout from top down. Because we don't want to go to this shed over here, which has a couple more switches, as you can see. So left will take us to mainline. I think we can notch in another bit of throttle here. Might even be able to notch in another 2 now that we're rolling. Speed limits, 7 to the left is 70, and the grade is negative 1.9. So we'll be going downhill, and our speed limit will be 70 kilometers an hour. Pretty straightforward. Signs that are backwards you can't read with the mouse. I like touches like that. It always makes it more fun, in my opinion, because you wouldn't be able to read that sign. So, like, you shouldn't be able to read it with your mouse. It's very well done. I do appreciate the little things like that. So we're still at 7. Not entirely sure about the white and the blue. It might just be level ground is what we're looking at. That seems to hold true. Alright, so we've got an 8 now. Go ahead and notch in a little more throttle. Don't really need it. Okay, 7 with a green up arrow. That means that the next speed limit sign will be 20 kilometers or more than the previous speed. So the next one should be at least 90. So if we're holding at 65, that's no problem at all, because we've got lots of room to run. And it is 10. It is 100 kilometers an hour is the speed limit through here. We can check our progress. Going back to the world map, we're almost halfway there, and it's pretty straight in front, so I'm not surprised it's 100 kilometers at all. And that's, so this is, alright, 9. It's a 90, but it has a red arrow down, so it's 20 or more slower than 90. So we might be okay at 70. It could be 60, it could be, you know, it wouldn't be as crazy as 20, I'd imagine, but it will be 70 or less. In that case, I will cut throttle. We'll just cruise. Now, we're holding pretty well here. It is pretty flat, and we've got a lot of weight behind us. It's 70, so that was a good call. And that'll give time for those traction motors to cool down, too. At this stage in the game, ambient is 25 Celsius. So everything will return to 25 Celsius. There's no change as of yet. I wouldn't put it past these guys to have changing temperatures, though. I'm not even sure if it's a team. It's built like it's a team, but it's got the love of a single dev. Is this just my props video for the guys that built Derail Simulator? Okay. So we're coming in. I remember seeing the bridge there. So there should be a sharp left, and then we'll be looking at a switch to the right. So definitely cut throttle. I'm kind of expecting... Yeah, we're basically on it. I guess it's more gradual than it looks. It's a 90 degree, but pretty low radius 90 degree. Okay, so 0.4 kilometers away is a switch, and it's saying that it's a 60 through the switch. So we'll lap in. These are self-lapping brakes. If you know what that means, it's fantastic. If not, doesn't really make a big difference. We can explain that once I get this switch set, because we do want to go right. Yeah, so we're set to the right, and the speed limit is 50. So we'll lap in a little bit more. Now we're going 50. Okay. Next up is going to be the goods factory, and we'll go through. I'll probably stop the train outside of the goods factory, and we can... Alright, so now it's 70 and uphill. So let's get a good run up on that. Maybe not full throttle, but pretty close. Alright, maybe full throttle. Alright, full throttle might be a little much. Maybe not. Oh man, this thing is heavy. I've got it cranked and we are barely holding. Yep, first alarm. I do not want to hit that second alarm. I'm watching my temperature there. 105 is the danger zone. We're definitely going to take a little bit of a hit for overheating the traction motors. We had to get up that hill. And it's just the cost of doing business. The money should be good for this contract. I forget how much it was exactly, but I think it's a couple grand. It shouldn't be too bad. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, but... Alright, so now we can kind of get back up to speed. We're almost at goods factory. Alright, we got a switch in point 2. I think that's in goods factory. Yeah, that is the first, what is that, B? I believe that's B yard. We got a tunnel, and then there's the bridge that's over top there on the world map. We're right here, so we want to stop probably in that first area. This is a lot of weight. I probably should have picked another contract, to be honest. So, yeah, we got the yard up in front of us. Oh, that was a little janky. I'll probably cut that. So we want to go straight through this one. This is B. We want to get to D. So, to the right. To the right. We'll go straight through. Yeah, so you can read the signs, too. If you don't want to do all of that. So we'll be just cutting the throttle, I think, and the weight will slow us down. So let's turn the train brakes on and look at the station map. We want to go back. Okay, so on the overview. So if we go through B and then take the first switch after the yard to the right, and then take that down, that'll be 3 trailing moves, and then left facing. I could use the mouse, so we'll go through here. That's a facing move, and then we'll be trailing, and then facing, and then D, and we want 6. So as we come in, we'll go over there and go over there. Okay, simple enough. All right, so let's go ahead and just hop to it. Ah, never mind. So brake pipe over here. Easiest way to do it is just listen for the valve to stop making the blowing off noise, and then you'll know that your brake cylinders are all empty. Brake cylinders are the cylinders that are attached to the brakes, surprisingly, I know. And those pressures are the red needle that is reported here in bar, so in atmospheres. What is this? Hang on. I think this is the one we want. Okay, that's the repair shop. Just trust me on that one. We've got a switch. Is this a separate, Yeah, that's C. Okay, and we want to go down to... Yeah, that's the repair shop there. So we're actually sitting right here. Wow, B was short. Okay, so we want this one to go. Alright, glad I caught that. I thought we were going through. Oh, we'll see the red needle there drop down. Once the red needle drops down, all the cylinders are empty. That means there's no longer brake pressure holding us back. Alright, so here we'll actually need to stand up and turn around and make sure that all of these cars are beyond that switch there. Okay, that's plenty. That's way plenty. That's... Alright, there's a couple different ways to do shunting and parking of rail cars. We're fine to just go ahead and have that sit there. It's not going anywhere. For the purpose of content, I'm probably going to do the more interesting way. So we'll go out here, and this is not the interesting part. This is just hand-throwing switches. So now we want to go to the left. And then this one, we still want to go to the left. We can go up. So this is where some of the rail cars are parked. You have access to these too. Like I could jump in this one and then just run that one up there and pull them back. There's no problem with that. This is the Steam 060. There's no wheels in the front, 6 powered wheels, and 0 wheels at the back. This one features a... Can I get up there? I know I can, but can I... Oh, because I don't own the license. Duh. I was gonna say I wanted to do that. The coal box and water tanks are on itself, makes it a tank engine. Probably get into that. That one's pretty cool. When I played through, it was a lot of fun. Anyway, back to this. So we want to go to D60? Yeah, D60. Well, now I'm guessing. Now I'm second guessing myself. D6, yeah, D6. Input track. There we are. Far right. This one's set up right. This one's set up right. That one's set up left. So let's go ahead and switch this one over. And then we'll stand here and make sure that, yeah, so all of those are going to the right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. This one should also be going to the right, which it is. You can tell by the which side the arm is for the switch, the hand throw lever. I haven't quite figured out the colors yet, because this is like red on top. That one's also toward the right, but is white on top. But also red is straight through, because this will change. If you can see that box, it has it going the opposite way. So like maybe white is a diverging move, but it would be odd that white is a diverging move when straight through is less dangerous. I don't know. I'm grabbing at straws here. Anyway, so we want, yeah, we do not want to go over toward the cars. We want to go this way. Getting this right is going to make a whole lot of sense here in a second, because we're not really going to have too much of a chance to change anything based on how I'm getting them there. So I believe the term is fly shunting. Don't hold me to that. I'm just guessing. So what we're actually going to do is quite fun. This is where we're going to uncouple these trains. Yep, so they are no longer coupled. And then, no, don't be an animal. Put it back where it belongs. And then turn off the air. No, not from this one. We want to turn off the air from this cutout cock. And leave it connected. Now, what's going to happen is this air, once this is disconnected, will start blowing off, and these brakes will start to apply. So, what we want to do now is, well, no, we should probably leave that open. What we want to do is, we'll do lights front and lights rear. We'll actually turn the lights on. Yeah, there we go, because I definitely want to see what I'm doing. And we're just going to push these back in there now that it's uncoupled. Hit the brakes here and disconnect that airline. And the brakes will automatically apply themselves, and everything will be fine. There'll be no problem at all. Let's go! So, train brakes. Turn them off. Which is charging the brake pipe. This will all make sense here very soon. No, it won't. Maybe I'm the one that's confused. Whoop. That is wheel slip. It's not good. That's that light there. We can apply the sander. It is raining a lot. But I think it'll be fine. It might not be fine for those 5 cars. We do want to get a little bit of speed here. I think that was a traction motor overload. It didn't actually overload, though. Okay. I think we're good, so we want to do this. We want to apply the brake. We want to go out here. Oh, it disconnected itself. Oh, wow. That was way early. Okay. Now the air compressor will have to run to get the brake pipe pressure back up. Main reservoir pressure. Yep. And we'll turn this off. Slowly back. Oh, so I said slowly. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I only gave it 1 click. So, okay, we want to do the same thing. That's... that is the correct operation. Yeah, this. And then that. Air it up. Oops. My bad. That's what we wanted. Okay, so it's, definitely going to almost immediately start to... It'll also just break away, so that's cool. We'll turn that off. Reverser, we'll give it 1 notch. Might actually need the sander for this. Yeah, it seems okay. Alright, so we basically want to almost get it all the way there. And then just hit the brakes on this. On this locomotive. Then the airline will just pop off on its own, hopefully non-destructively. That has yet to be seen. Are these cars going in the right direction? I think so. I think I see a bit of a turn. I don't want to go too fast either. Yeah, they look like they're doing their thing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Well, that seemed to work. It's far more exciting than just backing up and doing it, right? Okay, we'll turn these headlights off, just a matter of preference. And I mean, really, we could leave it running. I don't think actually. Let's not. So we'll hit this fuel cutoff. Just stop the fuel supply to the engine, and turn off the cab light and the dash lights. These lights are off. The electrics are on. Let's just kill it all. There we go. Brake is set. We can also set the handbrake. And close this door. Close the door. Okay. So now we want to go back to the office, which is... I don't see it. There's a green light. If you just, like, zoop around for a little bit. There it is. Green flashing light. There's no other traffic, so you don't have to worry about getting, like, hit by a train or anything. There's no roadway worker protection. So, yep, you just validate the order. Move co- Huh? In progress. What do you mean in progress? Well done. No damage. Doubt that. Move cars to GF D6 inbound. Right? That's where they are. Let's just pop over there. $49. Yeah, that's 49. It didn't grab the wrong one. Right? 480. 378. SMFH. Yeah, that's 164. That's that one. Is this the wrong track?
No! God, please, no! No!
Huh.
No! No!
There's 7 tracks here. If only my map said that.
Bruh.
Yeah. I put them on the non-storage track. Well, that's what you get. That's what you get. So let's just go ahead and run through this real quick. We'll give her some brake there. Probably gives a wheel slip. Yep, there it is. Don't care. Oh, I get to see some sparks thrown off the side. It's perfect. Alright, so this D6 is this one. We don't want straight through. We want diverging. There we go. Okay, now back up to the train. And now reverse. Sand it, because I'm not dealing with that. Oh, wait. We should let that drop all the way down. Then 1 click sand, 2 clicks. Let's give it 3 notches. Let's get this thing moving. Once you're rolling a little bit, you kind of don't need too much sand after that, as it makes a liar out of me. Really just depends on how much torque you're putting down to the rail. Alright. Hopefully I've done it correctly this time. And I don't think we're going to do any of that, just like launching it down the rails garbage. We're just going to park it like a normal person and do it that way. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of brakes. I had mentioned these are self-lapping. You just kind of put it in the position you want and it figures it out. Like, each position will give you more or less brake pipe pressure, or brake cylinder pressure. If they are not self-lapping, it's just forward is more air and backward is less air, and then you're required to monitor the pressure of the brakes yourself. Where these do the brake pressures on their own. We'll do this, and we'll do this. Hop back up in, and then that, fuel cutoff, that. All of that. Okay, great. And set parking brake. Well, set hand brake. Go back out to where I think, yeah. Okay, oop, too far. Whoa, sorry. Sometimes I get a little overzealous. So we want the order, and now put it in the validator. Handbrake must be applied on at least one car. Stupid game. And I know what it is. I'm rushing it. I'm not doing the... I'm trying to do the... Okay. I'm trying to be smarter than I actually am. Wow, exactly 46 minutes. Shut up, machine. So it gives you money, right? Hooray, and then it's, you know, 18,000. I've never tried to put it down, though. Well, that's cool. So 18,403 money. And then you take that and press tab, and it puts it into your wallet. So I now have $20,403. Where this becomes a problem is if you go to fees, I owe the company 1,300... no, $13,392. If you print that out, these are the damages to the locomotive. 3% of the... what is that? The wheels? No, the damages to itself. Just literally the body of the thing. 2.3 done to the wheels. 9.9 to the powertrain. I can imagine that was during that uphill climb. 6% to electrical. Used 586. I could only imagine this is liters of diesel at 336 each. 17 liters again of oil. I don't know. 17 of oil and 16 of sands. That could have been avoided, but whatever. Speed, right? We barely made the bonus time on time.